Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to episode 4 of the E-Talk with Don and Shree. As always, you'll find a short 10-minute or less video with all things relating to e-commerce and digital. This week, we're going to tackle a subject that's not exactly digital, but has become quite a topic as of late in CPG. What is that topic, you ask? I'm glad you asked. It's low morale. Low morale, as anyone knows who's watching this, most of the folks watching this work in big CPG companies on big CPG brands, and we all know the impact that this can have. We all know how bad this can feel. We all know that we've all been there. What Shree and I are going to do is lay out a couple questions and provide a couple answers for the group to think through. How does an organization recognize that they have a morale issue?
First, let's acknowledge in your career, at some point, you are going to encounter low morale. It's just going to happen. So let's just take it flat on. Now that we've got that out of the way and we know we're going to encounter it at some point, here's easy ways and signs you can spot low morale in an organization. Number one, people at work. Originally, when they sign up to come to work, they're there 5 days a week. And then you start noticing your team start showing up 3 days a week, 1 day a week, and they prefer working remotely versus actually being at work. To me, that is one of the biggest indicators of low morale. A second one that I've commonly observed over time is meetings. Often I'll notice that meetings tend to be more combative, or people are just unengaged at meetings. They don't ask questions, they don't have opinions, they don't raise their hands, they don't want to participate. And it almost feels like low morale is an outcome of a leader saying my way or the highway. My way or the highway is never, never, never good. The third one is unnecessary gossip. You know what this means. You definitely know what this means, unnecessary gossip. If I were to advise people, low morale, the number one indicator on how you can get around it, like I said, you are going to encounter it at some point. Things are going to happen. But definitely stay away from gossip at all costs. It's the one thing that will come back to haunt you.
How does an employee themselves recognize that they're dealing with low morale and they're perhaps in a funk?
So how do you know if you're being engulfed in this thing called low morale and you're just down and out? Number one, there's been many a time in my career when I've woken up and I've had a fire in my belly, and Sundays are just day 7 of the week. I haven't said, oh my gosh, tomorrow's Monday morning. How am I going to get through the day? I don't want to be in that meeting, etc. So the number one thing you need to look out for is if your Sundays are feeling like they're just not a happy Sunday and they feel like, oh my gosh, Monday morning is upon me, you know you're going through low morale. Sunday should feel like just day 7 of the week or day 1 of the week. Best case scenario, day 1 of the week. Another sign you know you're going through low morale is, like I said earlier, you're indulging in gossip. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's one thing you can avoid gossip at all costs. Another third way you're going to know you're going through low morale is when you show up for meetings, you're actually not showing up. You're watching your phone, you're engaging on social media in a meeting and sitting and doing other things. Your email responses, they tend to be one word or one line answers to questions. What used to be passion, you'd write a paragraph, you're often finding that you're responding in a single sentence. Or worse, you're not even responding for a whole week. A fourth and common one I find is when I ask people and they're in the middle of a low morale dilemma, what are your objectives? What are you trying to do this quarter? What are you trying to do this week? And they cannot define what their goal is this week. So that's another trap. If you can't define your objectives very clearly, your goals, you know you're in the middle of a low morale. Absolutely. So these are like 4 traps to watch out. Avoid them at all costs.
What's the impact of low morale on workers?
I already talked about dreary Sundays, but the saddest thing I notice when you have low morale at work or in your place of employment as an employee is you tend to bring it home. You find that you're not going to the gym as much as you used to. Your health doesn't become the number one priority in life like it used to. Your family activities, you're just not engaged with your significant others, your wife, your spouse, your kids, whoever your significant other is. You just tend to be that low energy person that wakes up in the morning, just tends to get through the day, almost like a day is a bunch of ablutions. So that's a big indicator of you personally going through, or me personally going through, a low morale scenario. Another one is you stop reading, you stop engaging with people. When you're hanging out in social company, you're just not in the middle of it. You're there, but you're not present. You're always thinking about something else. You're always worried about, oh my gosh, dirty Sundays. This is how you're gonna know. But I'll tell you, no human being on planet Earth was born to be in low morale the rest of their life. You will emerge and you will be back on track and you will be conquering your domain of expertise like you were born to be. So when you see low morale in yourself and low energy, give yourself time and you will come right back in and be the winner that you are.
Shri and I hope that you found this quite useful. This topic again was highly requested. And honestly, as industry veterans, Shri with over 20 years experience, myself with over 15 years experience, all in big CPG brands, billion-dollar brands, multi-billion-dollar brands, these problems are quite pervasive. And if you're watching this, you know they're real. And you know the issues that come with not addressing these. We hope that you take it to heart. If there's any questions, please feel free to reach out to Shri and myself. Thank you.